and welcome back to some more that... Did you forget the N and Nagito's name there? Bottom scroll text? Welcome back to some more Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. Last time we finished up the Deadly Life's investigation for the 5th chapter of the game. And let me tell you, this one is it's looking like a really good one. It looks like this one's really cleverly constructed. If you missed it, the general gist is that Nagito went to painstaking lengths to make this look like it couldn't possibly have been a suicide, but it was. He set it all up himself. He set up a trap that ultimately would result in him releasing a spear that would pierce into his stomach, triggered by someone, well, not triggered by, but inadvertently led to by someone who threw a firebomb grenade which actually had special poison that would vaporize immediately upon being subjected to the insane amounts of heat inside the room. Which obviously would not be that person's fault. That would be Nagito's fault because he's the one who set up the stupid trap in the first place, and he's the one who actually let go of the spear, which pierced him in the stomach. But, you know, I'm sure they'll try to say, well, Monokuma will try to be like, it's actually the person who threw its fault. Which doesn't matter because we can't figure out who it is anyway. And then we'll be like, hey, see, let's use our brains to think for a little bit, and then realize that, oh wait, that's actually Nagito's fault, and we'll just over him, and then we'll all be fine. But either way, this is the 5th class trial, and before we do anything, we're going to go here and equip our 2 new skills, one of which is Peach Muscle, which we got from finishing up Akane's free time sections. So we'll equip that. This is going to increase our truth bullet rate of fire, which is saying something because it's already really fast. And we'll also get Moon and Salt, which is increasing our jumping power because we need everything we can possibly get to help us out in those stupid logic dive sections. That's all we need. Change difficulty. Let me just making sure you know that this is still set to mean for both logic and action. Let's dive right into this. I was about to say Trask Trial. Class trial. Let's get this underway.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
It's been 2 minutes and he's already punching Monami. Jesus Christ. Okay, can you cool it, buddy?
How about this one?
She almost never says anything during the trial anyway. What are you...
This will be my final blow!
What is wrong with you?
It's useless.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him?
Yeah, well, his plan to reveal the traitor was about the dumbest one I could have ever possibly imagined.
He was killed for trying to reveal the traitor. That traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, because the traitor is Chuck, and she's smart, and she would be smart enough to know, yeah, you can't, there's no way you got all those materials. I'm just gonna not, yeah, I'll be here, that's fine.
No, that might not be it. Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Because you're not smart enough to be able to actually function as a traitor for anybody.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... I'm very curious to see, because we basically know what happened now. So I'm curious to see how the game is going to reconcile, like whether it's going to be that, is it going to commit to the fact that it's a suicide, or is it going to try to force it into being a murder? I'm curious.
Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Oh, why did they?
They were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
I mean, that's kind of one of the same, because
The killer tortured Nagito.
no, hold on, I need to get the duct tape out to prove this. Okay, no, that's not, okay. That didn't take very long for us to already find out. Oh, wow, that's a lot of words. That is a lot of words, okay.
That was Fuyuhiko.
Oh, my good lord, look at how many words are flying through the air. What? I sure do love the non-stop debates. They're my favorite. Okay, well, at least this one starts off pretty simple. Akane's the one who said... No, sorry, you did. Okay, get around the word. Whoa! Wow! Wow! That is instant! Wow!
Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Oh my god! That is awesome! Where was that the whole game? This game has already increased the base fire speed of the true bullets, which was desperately needed after the atrocious gameplay of the first game. But this is even better. Oh my god. This is amazing.
He was being tortured for information. They wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Already? Already?
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Oh, do tell. Wait a minute. If you're gonna try to tell me that I'm gonna predict that your defense is gonna be, well, it's stupid that they just duct taped his mouth shut after he was already tortured. At which point I'd be like, yeah, except for the part where there wasn't any there wasn't any blood underneath the duct tape, which means it obviously isn't true. So solid 3 out of 10 attempt there. I mean, he hasn't even said it yet, but I can almost guarantee you that's gonna be what he is going to say. I win. Okay, we're good. We're fine. We win. Advance.
His mouth shut. How is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it first. The killer tortured Nagito.
No, I'm getting it ready.
About the bomb's location. Then,
No.
after they killed him,
No. Wrong.
through those words.
Because there's no blood underneath the duct tape, you idiot.
No. There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
What?
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
No, it's because I say things that make sense. You're the one here who's blinded by your crushes. Are you in elementary school or
You
something?
were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
I don't think he does. That was a whole hour ago. That's too far for him to remember.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
Yes, he did. Nagito went psycho a very, very long time ago.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
That's not why, no.
The warehouse fire was for destroying...
No, that's not why that was done.
Can't think of any other reason.
That's not my fault that you're not smart enough to think of another reason. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Who could have done that? We did it. We're the ones who set fire to the building.
Yeah.
We did it.
And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
And you think that timing is a coincidence?
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
What? So, just to summarize what they just said. So, that's like saying, hey, I walked into a room, and everybody that was in the room just immediately looked toward the door. And then in response you go, hey, I wonder why they're looking toward the door. It can't be because it's plausible to think that they're not suddenly looking at the door because I walked through it, right? That's basically what they just said. They walked through the door, and then the building caught on fire. No one sees a connection there.
Or is it one of us? But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
In stark contrast to you, my friend.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Good lord, give it up already.
Right it is.
Reason for the fire, huh? That they're right. We need to clear up that. We need to clear that up first. Okay, well that shouldn't be too hard to do. Torture wounds, burned rope, We're probably gonna need the panels because that's what was used to. That's how we caused the fire.
The oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
How about you just use your brains to think about the fact that you opened the door and all of a sudden...
Perhaps opening the door caused...
There we go. Now someone has the brain capacity to... Also, did Kaz, would you just say that they knocked over the sound waves?
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure.
No, not that.
Wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Yes, that is what a domino
In
is.
place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second, and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
Oh, is that why the music was playing so that we wouldn't hear the... Oh.
And
Okay.
one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Okay, I'll buy that. That's fair. That's a fair twist. That makes sense. MP3 player. Yeah, they play the music to try to mask the sound. All right. I'll give some points there. That's fair.
MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse was felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within the darkness, the loud hymn blared throughout the warehouse at full volume.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see that the problem Shocky's talking about is that the killer couldn't have left.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder,
Hajime?
the person who set up the domino effect into the warehouse, there's one person who could have done that. And that one person is Nagito Komida. I almost passed him. Although it's slightly concerning that we're arriving at this conclusion after only,
What if
like,
it was Nagito?
15 minutes. We don't usually get to the truth of the case until the very end of it.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Yeah, and one of his arm ropes was burned off, you idiot. So it makes perfect sense for. Do I need to run through this again? I already explained in explicit detail how he would have been able to inflict all these wounds, including the spear, which, as we recall, there's a cord right there and a blood splatter on the ceiling, almost as if the cord was used as a pulley system to suspend the spear up and then release and drop down, as well as the fact that his hand is that the palm of his hand is not covered in blood, as if that's almost as if that's the part of that's the part that was holding on the rope and therefore wouldn't have been covered in blood. Oh, but I guess that's too hard for you to figure out, Fuyuhiko. I forgot. My apologies. You know, we all make mistakes.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Welcome to the party, buddy.
Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
Not completely. One of his arm rope things was burnt off.
For a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't have.
As long as you understand.
Are you kidding me? That'd be wait, okay. Okay, step one. You tie up your legs. That's the easy part. You obviously you have to set up the ropes ahead of time, right? You have to tie them to the pillar ahead of time. Then make them all connect to a central location where you would be sitting. Tie up your legs to the pillars. That's the easy part. Then tie up one of your hands with one rope, and then burn off the other rope so that they appear to be tied down, but one of them isn't. So you can still use that to stab yourself in the arms, the thighs, and the hand. That's. Do I have to walk you through the whole thing?
Seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Ah, such a reductive way of thinking. Like you said, it seems possible if you think about it, but no, if you think about it, it becomes possible. I feel like I'm overlooking something. As per the usual. Okay, what are we gonna need here? I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot in the dark and say we're gonna need the burned rope.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
No, it's not.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
No, we have the burned rope.
You couldn't do much with the free arms.
Just give me the point where I can.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
It's not true.
What if you use your teeth?
That I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Use your front tail.
You're what?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
The only place I could even present something there would be the first statement. So is it just
Actually tie up your
here?
own arms and legs.
Get out of here. Nope, that didn't. It takes too long to break the stupid purple words. It takes too many hits to break them down. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I just do it instantly. There we go. Thanks to Peach, so I can do it before the purple words even show up.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap is the fact that his right sleeve sustains no burning no burn marks.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Don't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Let's just move along.
You should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Oh, well, I'm not here. I'm somewhere else. I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm not a part of this conversation. Nope. I never agreed to this one. Nope. I never agreed to this one, game.
That's definitely...
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from it.
Hey, okay, I'm going back. Nope, I'm heading out again. I thought You know what? I had it at the first time, but then I thought, all right, we'll give the game another chance. We'll see if maybe things go back to normal. And then I sit down, and then we're back at it again with This game just keeps getting weirder and weirder the deeper down you go.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
Yes, and he used the Monokuma plushie as a basis to be able to actually pull that off.
It's possible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
False.
That much is obvious.
No, it's not.
You tricked me. Give me back that
I
bench.
did, Akane, please think a little bit. Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the hell?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Oh, Jesus Christ. A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. I mean, yeah, it's the Monokuma plushie is the only thing that makes any sense whatsoever. And, yep, there it is. It's right up there where we need it.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If you threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a flam knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Yep, there we go.
I agree with that. The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
Oh, do tell.
The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
Yes.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Yes.
If that's true, how is that possible?
Simple. He used a poison system with a cord that's literally right next to him and covered in blood, held it with the left hand, which isn't covered in blood, and then released it, which dropped the spear.
He can't
Easy.
grab the spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
That doesn't matter. It didn't need to. His left hand didn't need to move. It just needed to be stationary enough to hold the rope and then let it go.
He probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he
No.
stabbed the knife into his
No,
right hand.
no.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
You know, my brain didn't even go within the realm of that direction. I just didn't even think about that at all. I was thinking, hey, it's a spear. Obviously, if you're impaled by a goddamn spear in the abdomen, you're dead, buddy. But then Kazuichi's over here, it's like, he heard the word penetrated, followed by the words big and thick, and he's like, turned into terror all of a sudden.
Said, if you got penetrated
Well,
by
I say all of a
something
sudden as
so
if he
big
wasn't
and
always
thick,
like this.
You would die instantly.
Say it one more time.
Oh my god. How have we not jettisoned him off the island yet?
Bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
But not impossible.
So you're saying it's impossible?
Nope.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monomi's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
Oh, for God's sake.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear.
No, he said it would be almost impossible, but that doesn't mean that it's. I've already explained. Did you forget about the freaking spear with the weight attached to it, which would make for a perfect pulley system? In addition to the streak of lion blood up on the girder, it was almost as if it was designed to be a pulley system. Did you forget about that?
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now. Everyone working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now.
Let's do this.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot in the dark and say that we're gonna need to use the blow in the left hand because that's what we need to prove as evidence that suggests that that's how he was able to pull the
Spear stabbed Nagito. His right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
that doesn't mean anything.
Rules out his left hand.
No, it doesn't. No, oh my God, what the hell was
The
that?
only other way is
He used his teeth?
You gotta let the teeth thing go, buddy. Okay, so I missed my opportunity. I hit the wrong button.
Miss Sonia's freaking awesome.
So I'll try. We'll give it another shot this time. I gotta do it instantly because now that we have Peach Muscle, I can do it before the freaking things even. Or I can't because the purple words just really hate me. All right, we'll try again. Hopefully, third time's the charm. And I guess I'm just gonna keep my cursor right here so I know where they're gonna show up. Hold on.
that rules out his left hand.
Get rid of it. Go. Got it. There we go.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood was splattered? It was gripping the pulley system. Or gripping the rope.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear! Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's
Hey,
the problem.
Chuck, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
He was gripping the cord. Because that's the part that didn't have any blood on it. A very distinct palm-sized block of no blood.
Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
How convenient.
You're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself.
No, I'm gonna say he used a pulley system.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand, but from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with a spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
Ah yes, the perfect thing to do at this exact moment in time. Tea time.
Like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once.
You're gonna have to come up with a better name for that
That's a
plan.
long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
It was positioned above Nagito, hung up by the ceiling girder and the pulley system.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach, so it was just before that. That's it. Could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and where what state it was in before the stab Nagito. Alright, here we go. What are we doing now? You have to ruin every clever deduction's gotta be ruined by a logic dive. Okay, now I gotta grip the control in a weird way again. Okay, here we go. Hopefully, the fact that our turning speed, oh good! Now instead of us falling through the floor, we have obstacles that penetrate upward through the floor. My favorite. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Where was it? It was above him, and I don't have to move, so that's convenient. Ay. Hopefully, my increased jumping power and turning speed will make this logic. Oh, they move now. My favorite. Now they're moving. My favorite. Oh, I love Logic Dive. It's so much fun. Fun. Oh, what a blast this is. I mean, at least there's no danger. At least there's no danger of me falling through the floor because we're in a half-pipe situation. Oh, good lord. Oh, this is pain. Okay, it was in the ceiling girder. Honestly, that one's on me. Didn't see there was a hole there. That one's on me. Did not see there was a hole there. I moved a little bit too late on that one. But those spinning... Oh, God. Oh, this is going to be pain. This is going to be grand amounts of pain and agony. Oh, back at it again with the things that pop out of the ground. Oh, gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. This is some quality game design. Will you pick a movement pattern and stick to it? The reason I keep hitting it is because I keep assuming that it's going to go further than it is, but there's no... What is it? There's no predictability! Oh my god, what is this? There's no predictability to when they're gonna spin backward. Oh, good lord, this is interesting. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? That would be the spear's cord. I pressed the jump button game. What are you doing? Alright, here we go. We have 18 seconds to go. I think we're gonna make it in time. Hopefully. Right? Maybe. Please. 5 seconds to spare. Oh, that was close. That was way too close.
Coming together. The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP? That'd be awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
Well, it wasn't the only part of his, like, the other plan was to try to make it look like it, well, he's trying to make it so that it's a murder, but the fact of the matter is that he still died via the spear, as indicated by the Monokuma file. So, it doesn't really matter that he had us throw the poison into the room in the form of the fire grenade, because it doesn't change anything.
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Yep, he's insane.
Not just that, he did all that while he was
He's
gripping
messed
the
up in the
spear?
head.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end, which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Yep,
Put the duct tape on his mouth, too?
yep.
Probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Now you're getting it.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer.
Bingo.
Was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
As if you needed any more proof he was a terrible character.
Want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. It's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
I was starting to feel a little sympathetic. Were you? Yeah, that was stupid of you. I completely underestimated his I certainly didn't. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
There is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Yeah, well, he's
Whatever
insane.
became of that?
He was
Nothing.
probably planning to kill
Worthless.
the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick.
What, to set up the... I mean, you didn't need to do that. He was gone for most of the first part of this chapter anyway. He didn't need to do the bomb scare just to have the time to set up his little evil scheme.
He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. He tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
It's making me incredibly nervous that the trial isn't over yet, and we've already arrived at the conclusion.
That should be okay, right?
This is making me very, very nervous.
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
I still don't understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...?
What are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
Chiaki said there was something wrong with the Monokuma file. God damn it. God damn it. She said there was something wrong with it. Oh, God damn it. Oh, I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like this. Because I don't know how. But somehow it's going to come to fruition that Chiaki's gonna say that the Monokuma file is telling a lie, and the cause of death wasn't the spear, it was the poison gas, which means that it was a murder, and it was at the hands of one of us, and that which is problematic because we don't have any way of knowing. Like, obviously, I know it's Chiaki because I know she doesn't survive the game, but I don't know how they're supposed to. I don't know how the characters are supposed to figure this out. Like, how can they figure this out? And more importantly, how in the world did? Because obviously what they're going to go for here is, it was my plan all along to reveal the traitor to you. In my Doofenshmirtz voice, it was my evil plan all along to reveal the traitor to you, Perry the Platypus. But how exactly did you plan on doing that? You had no way to know who was going to pick up that. Because the plan, obviously, was traitor picks up fake fire grenade, kills me with poison, and then you vote her off, and then we win. But he had no way to guarantee that she was the one who was going to pick that up. And furthermore, these people have no way of knowing, no way of figuring out who picked it up after the fact. Oh no, I'm not. I don't know if I like where this is going.
Such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say you've decided on the
No,
killer?
it's not that easy.
Understood. Then voting.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on.
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something he couldn't even mess with.
We're gonna keep going? Well, here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence couldn't even mess with. That would be the Monokuma file. Let me make sure I'm not mistaken here. Is there a spear stabbed in the stomach? Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about the poison gas. See, that's the thing. If we assume this is correct, then it is a suicide, and Chiaki's not culpable, and she doesn't deserve to be executed, which means that Nagito's the one we vote for. But if this is wrong... I don't like this.
I see.
is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it. Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about? What is it? What's in the Monokuma file? It's probably gonna be the cause of death. I really have to spell it out. Oh, this is gonna be fun! Alright, I mean it is, because this minigame is really, really good, but it's gonna take a while to spell out cause of death. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of... Oh my god. Okay. Let's cool it, buddy. Oh my god. Oh my god. That got hit when... That got screen killed. It came on the screen and immediately died. Oh good lord. I need an A. Why aren't you giving me an A? Why are there so many of these things? Okay. Why did I get rid of that? Why would I have gotten rid of that? No, go away. Okay, that's fine. Oh god, there's so many! There's so many, dude! Look at this! Oh my god! What is this? What is this? What the hell is this? Why are there so many? Why are there so many? Okay, oh my god! Look at this! Look at this! Look at how many things! What is this? What is this? What the? How? Wait. I pressed the thing. I pressed the thing. I need an S. Go. Oh my god. Oh my good lord. Go. No. How the hell am I supposed to do this? What? What was that? There were like a million letters on the screen. What was that? What the hell was that?
We will never give up.
Oh no. Oh no, we're gonna be here forever. Oh no. Look at how many letters are on this goddamn screen. Look at this. Also, I hit the S, nothing happened. I hit the S, nothing happened. Okay. I can't move fast enough to get rid of all this stuff. There's too many on the screen. There's too many things on the screen. I can't move fast enough to get it done. Go, okay. Just give me the O. Do that. F there. Go. Get rid of this. And do that. I need a D. Where's the D? I don't have a D. I'm gonna try to hold this there for later. Give me this. There's no E. There's no E anywhere. Okay, there's an E here, but I need another one. Go. I need an A. There's no A. A, please. A. And then T. Go. And then I just need one more. One letter. Where's the H? I can't find an H. No, I need an H. H. No. Yes. Oh my god. Oh. 1 pixel. 1 pixel help.
In this particular
case, that was so close.
There's no specific cause of death.
That was so much fun. Oh my god, that was awesome. Oh, that was so close. Oh my god, my heart. That was way too close. Oh, that is easily the best minigame in the entire game. Oh, that was so much fun. Oh my god.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death. But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Recon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case. Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
Yes, because that is what Nagito made it out to look like, and that's what the mystery... That's what I was... Okay, here's the thing. My logic is still consistent, because everything we said happened. Nagito did all that to make it look like it could be a suicide. But I also made it perfectly clear that he also set up the fire stunt and the fire grenades and the poison gas and all of that to frame one of us as the killer. But what I said was I was hanging on the idea that it was still gonna be treated as a suicide because of the Monokuma file and that Shaki would be in the clear. But now we know it's not the case, which means she's not in the clear anymore. God damn it, game!
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, You continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
And what breaks my heart more than anything else is that Chiaki's the one advocating for us to keep.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying.
Yeah, well, so are you. You don't hear me complaining about it. I mean, you do, because you're watching the video, but he doesn't, because he can't hear me. The characters don't complain about you, but I am. But I'm not part of the equation here. They're all part of the equation.
You guys say you're doing it. There's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito does the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said it was yearning for that. And the situation we're in, it might be the thing Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Wow. Oh, no. Oh, great, now I get to listen to Dumb and Dumber with their stupid little comedy routine. Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Uh-huh, yeah, okay, tell me all about it. Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Yeah, because you two are just such two peas in a pod. Alright, you passed. Friendship is mentioned by how long you can stand the silence when you're alone with someone else. So, Monomi and I are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough, why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snub me like that, I don't trust you at all, not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. I just choked on my own saliva. How sad. It's just trusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even as sad than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. What would be, okay, walk me through, hey, Monokuma, walk me through what the problem is of watching a high school rom-com where there's only guys in it. Walk me through the problem with that, Monokuma. I would love to hear you say what the problem with that is. I would love to watch, and then we can all point and laugh at Monokuma. Ah, I fell for it until I took okay. Well then, that... Oh... I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like this at all, actually. I'm so not gonna like this. Because it's gonna lead to Chiaki's end. And it's all because of Nagito, as per usual. The root of all of our problems, god damn it. Well, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it tomorrow. But that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. Goodbye.